Hi everyone, today I'm gonna show you how to get from this to this, all using makeup products that are actually skincare hybrids. So if you haven't seen these type of products all over socials already, from TikTok, IG, YouTube, it's essentially our makeup products that was traditionally there just to cover our skin, is now formulated and packed with skincare benefits so that we can actually achieve our skin goals by using makeup products. And because it's built on skincare foundations, it's great for acne-prone skin because it's not pore clogging, it's not thick. All of the products that we're using are super light, and it will give you the most natural, no makeup look in the most easy way possible. So I know you're gonna love it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so let's start off with sunscreen, which also acts as a primer. So this is the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. We have talked about this for so many years. It's Rose's favorite, and I truly feel like this is one of the products that if you don't enjoy using sunscreens, you will not mind using it because it is so soft. It's got that silicone plush feeling. That's why it's a really good base for any sort of makeup. And I think this one's good for all skin types. Just for oily folks, you will eventually have to set it down with a powder because it's not like mattifying or anything. Another primer that you can look into if you're not looking for a sunscreen one is the Glow Recipe Strawberry Pore Blur Drop. That one's a little bit better for oily skin because it has the tapioca and the rice powder that settles down into your skin to give you a truly like mattified base. And I've been using that one too. Now it's where it gets fun because we start to add some color to our face. This is the Say Glowy Super Skin Lightweight Hydro Bounce Serum Foundation. And this is probably one of the hottest brands, the hottest products that are popping off right now. And what makes this one really great for skincare enthusiasts is that it's actually made up of 85% of skincare ingredients, while the other 15 is your pigment for the foundation. So it is legit just working as a skincare product while it's on your face. It's super lightweight, and what I really appreciate if you're finding this at Sephora is that it has all the shades with the undertone, and it just makes finding the color so much easier. So for those of you who don't like feeling like there's makeup, I think you'll really love this one. So you can put it on with your hands. I personally love using a sponge. This will just make your entire application for anything makeup and base related so natural, guys. Try find yourself a good sponge. This is from the OG Beauty Blender. And as you can see, I do have a lot of like hyperpigmentation, discoloration, and redness going on because it is that time of month. My color right now that I'm using is 15. With the Beauty Blender, you just push it into the skin. It doesn't feel like there's anything on your face. And look how nice and glowy and natural it is. In this formula, there's plant-derived squalane, which is one of the best skincare ingredients for nourishing the skin. And then it has rice bran peptides and hyaluronic acid. And their specific hyaluronic acid is cross-linked, so we will find out what that means. But all in all, that's just to say that this really does have everything that your skincare product has. It hasn't covered up like all my breakout kind of things down here, but it has completely evened out the redness around my nose. It's lightened the under eye and completely given you that really healthy glow. The finish is like satin to glowy. I'm still going to pat my T-zone down just because it does get oily, but I'm gonna leave the outside because it's just too pretty. Ding. Oh my God, and I just wanna tell you guys, a tip for finding your shade, if you're at Sephora, test whatever you think it is your shade and go outside, because when I first picked this up, I thought I had the shade. It was like number 13 or 14, and I was like, yep, that's the one. And then while I was in line, my friend took a photo of my face where I swatched it on my neck, and it was not the same color, you know what I mean? So the store lights do not do you any good when you're trying to find a color. So my tip is swatch 2 to 3 shades that you think are within your range, and then go outside the shop, look at it in the sun, and then come back. Some other great options that you can look for for are these CC creams. So this is from Eyebrow and this is from Clay. They're both awesome. They have this micro encapsulation technology where as you warm it up on your skin, it blends and gives you such a good coverage and that healthy glow as well. The Eyebrow I've been using for years, and I would say that it's a tiny bit more pink. So when I'm a little lighter, when it's not in the summer, I'll use this one. But this one now, the Clay CCC cream with the micro capsule technology, is the perfect shade. Now, just for a little touch up, I'm going to use a concealer just under the eyes to brighten that up. And you want to look for a shade that's just about like half a shade lighter than your normal skin, because we're not trying to go full on highlight, we're just trying to brighten. I'll typically just do it around the nose where it's red, under the eyes where it's a little bit, you know, ashy and dark, and then I popped my pimple. Typically, I'll just use my fingers to pat it in because I feel like the heat from our fingers does the best job in kind of like blending the product. Or you can go in with the trusty beauty blender. So with the beauty blender, don't like swipe it, just dab, like press it in. Because I have oily skin, I am going to set my T-zone down. So I like to use one of these like tapered brushes that just fit nicely in under the eyes or around the nose. And you can use any kind of like translucent loose powder. This one is the Laura Mercier. This is their translucent loose setting powder. And then you just get a little bit on your brush. Especially combination skin girls, you want your makeup to last all day, so just lightly dab it over your oily areas. But as I said before, I'm gonna leave the outer edges of my face because I do like that glow. Also, powder helps to minimize the look of our pores, so it's also helping with that too. And then also typically you wanna like set where you concealed, so under the eye, around the nose, super important. And with your powder brush, a little tip is to move it around in circular motions, and I find that this really minimizes the look of pores on the cheek area and the nose because it almost like fills in the pore a little bit to give you that really nice soft focus look without looking too mattified. So you can see the difference. This is powdered and this is all glowy. Honestly, I feel like this looks really nice on screen, but IRL, I'm gonna look greasy in about an hour, especially in the summer, so this is typically what I go for. Now we're gonna move on to some bronzer. This is the Tower 28 Sculptino in the shade Getty. So what I love about this is that Amy, the founder, wanted to create something that anyone could use, even if you don't know how to contour or know how to use makeup. The point is to just like warm up the face. Even though this looks nice, we want to bring back some natural kind of like shadows onto the face. So this is a creamy bronzer. We're gonna warm it up, and then if you're concerned, you can just like dab a little bit off and start with just a little bit, but like it's so pigmented, but it's also so creamy that anyone can just blend this into their skin. So where I like to do it is just on the cheek and then also on my 5 head, which is my huge forehead. And it will just give your face more dimension and more of that natural look. And then if you want to layer it up, just like swipe a little bit as well, and then stipple it in with your fingers or even work it in. So you can see this side has a little bit of definition. This side is more like one-dimensional. And then you can even put it down here. And then if you've made a mistake or you feel like you put on too much or were too heavy-handed, you can use a dense foundation brush and just kind of like blend it out. The brush I feel like can help you give a little bit more control. This has green tea extract, it's got mango seed oil and castor oil. So it's actually nourishing your skin as you're applying it throughout the day. Sometimes contour products like powders, they can be a little hard to use. My favorite is the Fenty Beauty. This is the Sunstalker in the shade Inda Sun. I love her so much. It's the perfect bronzing shade, but if you want something creamy and easy to use, one step, this is a hit, guys. So now our skin is nice, it's warmed up, it has a little bit more life to it. We're gonna go into probably one of my favorite steps, blush because it honestly changes your entire face. This is the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek Cream Blush Stick. This is all over TikTok, it's all over the socials. It's just so easy to use and it's really nourishing. So you can apply it like this, straight on. Oh, and this is the shade Work. You better work. And it's like a pinky mauve shade that I think universally is really easy to use, and dab it out with your fingers like this. And I like to just put it kind of like directly under my eye and then towards the outer edge, and then just kind of like blend it out. In the summer, there is nothing more satisfying than applying a blush to your face, and you can also go in with a brush to blend it out if needed. In here, there's mango butter, avocado oil, as well as apricot oil, and all of that is just nourishing and really giving your cheeks that glow without actually adding any sort of highlighter on it. I'm gonna quickly do my brows off screen and then we'll come back. Brows done. Okay, now we're gonna move on to eyeshadow, and I'm so excited because even if you don't know how to apply eyeshadow, you don't know how to blend, it doesn't matter. This is the Supergoop Shimmer Shade Illuminating Eyeshadow. I don't know why all these products need such long names, but essentially it comes in a pot. It's like old school Mac pots. This is the shade Sunset, which is this really pretty kind of like bronze look, which is what I normally wear. And it has SPF in it, and it's safe to use around the eye. So it just gives you this like golden definition around the eye that's so pretty. And especially for those of you, you know, when you apply sunscreen, we don't necessarily put it around the eyes, right? Because it's gonna burn, especially if it's chemical sunscreens. Yes, I've had this happen way too many times, and then you end up crying the whole day. But this is safe to use around the eye. It was developed as an eyeshadow for that purpose, to also protect our eyelids. So using this will give you 2-in-1. Sunscreen benefits, skincare benefits, as well as makeup. In here, there's a blend of flower essences from like rose to chamomile, all of them super soothing for the eye. I mean, it's not gonna do much for your eyelid, but it is cool to have a product that blends together makeup and skincare. I would say though, if you have super oily eyelids, you probably will want to set this with an eyeshadow like of the same color, like bronzy. So I'm first gonna just curl my lashes. This is the OG. It's a Shadow Eyelash Curler. Nothing beats it, but yes, this does the Lord's work. So voila, lashes. Instantly alive and ready to go. You guys have to buy it. It's the Artus new edition makeup base, and it actually is a game changer, especially if you have thin eyelashes, if you have straight eyelashes, if you have lashes that snap off, because you can use it as not only a base, but also as an everyday mascara. So it's got castor oil, which if you guys don't know, a lot of people use castor oil to grow their lashes, to prevent breakage, to make them nice and thick. And this has it in the formula. And it's got arginine, which is essential to the production of hair. So both of those are actually kind of like lash growth serum ingredients that's formulated in this mascara. And on top of that, it's got these little microfibers that elongate your lashes to help with that, because it is a Japanese brand. It's from the brand Cosme, which is a huge Japanese beauty brand, and it's been around for ages. And what I love about this is, I don't know if you can see it, but it literally separates every single one of my lashes. No other mascara has been able to do that, as well as build my lashes. So this is a complete game changer. It's super affordable. And if you're just doing like a simple everyday look, you can use it as a mascara. This is what it looks like as just the base. And then I'm gonna show you what mascara looks like on top. I cannot use a mascara that's not waterproof because it will just droop instantly down. It will look good for like 10 seconds and then it's a sham. So I always have to use waterproof, and this base also is waterproof, which then makes it so much easier to use literally any mascara that you want on top. It gives you like falsy vibes, and it helps it from clumping. I just found this in my stash. It's the Kosas, the Big Clean. So once again, I would not be able to use this by itself without my lashes like falling down, but with the base, oh my God, this eye has no mascara, and it just like opens it up, gives it more dimension, and actually makes your eye look bigger. And this is optional, you don't have to do it, but if you wanna like elongate your eyes, give it more of that almond look, you can go in with a little bit of eyeliner, and I like just adding it towards the end to extend my eye a little bit, and then tight line the rest of it. So tight line is basically instead of using the eyeliner over the lashes, you use it under the lashes, and then I connect that to the wing. Okay, so from about the middle of the eye, I just kind of like draw a wing that naturally follows the contour of my eye. Teeny tiny wing. And then for the rest of that inner lid, I'm actually gonna go under the eyelashes. This is a little scary if you haven't tried it before, but you'll get used to it. You'll get used to jabbing your eye. No, but actually, and it doesn't feel like anything. And this, I feel like, is the most natural way to give your lashes that fullness with and without. Moving on to lips, last step. So for a natural look, you don't have to overline, you don't have to use a lip liner, but I wanna show you what a little bit of lip liner underneath a lip tint. This is my favorite from Muse, and I love it because you can use it as a cheek as well. So it is lip and cheek, but I'm gonna first start off with this. This is my favorite lip liner. It's from Huda Beauty in the shade Pinky Brown, and it's her lip contour. I love it because I hate sharpening pencils, and this has a like roll up kind of situation, so you never have to sharpen it. So with lip liner, you want to stay towards your natural lip shape, but you can just go a little bit, tiny bit outwards, especially around the Cupid's bow, which is this middle part. If you don't have one, you can actually draw one in, and if you want that really like baby plump look, you can actually fill in the Cupid's bow as well. And it's got a complex of soybean and licorice that gives it that really smooth, it glides on effortlessly, it's not drying, it won't tug at your lips, and I've honestly never found a formula that is so easy to use. This will look different on different skin tones. I do have that olive base, so it does look more pink. If you are fair skin, it might look a little bit more mauvey. And I found when you put on lip liner, it just prolongs any lip product that you're actually using. Okay, moving on to lip tints. Love it. This is the Muse in the shade Pleasing, a really universally flattering pink shade. If you don't know what lip tints are, they're essentially like, they look like a lip gloss, but when it comes off your lips, it leaves a stain. So throughout the day, you don't need to keep applying to make sure you have color. And what I'll do is just go over. It has 8 different types of hyaluronic acid as well as glycerin. So we know glycerin is there to plump, to nourish, to hydrate. And for our lips, we really need that because I don't know if you saw just then how dehydrated my lips were, but that was not cute. And on days where I really don't have time, I'll pop it on my lips and I'll pop it on my cheeks as well. So this looks really natural. It doesn't even look too obscenely like you have makeup on, comfortable every day. So I'm gonna take my clips out. I wanna show you how this can so easily transition into a more dramatic look by just changing the lip color. So I have one of my favorite lip products. This is from Clay. It's also a lip and cheek duo, but it's so cool because it's actually a powder. I'm gonna take this off for now and show you what a nice red can do. This is the Clay Long Lasting Melting Lip Powder. Comes in a bunch of different shades. Isn't this so pretty? It's like a classic red. This is in the shade True Red. It can be a little bit drying for those of you with dry lips, so I would recommend using a lip balm underneath, but it's this beautiful like mattified soft focus lip that instantly just like livens up your face again and will leave a little bit of a tint when it rubs off. So both of these are beautiful. So we haven't changed anything about our face, only the lips, and it looks like you're ready for a glamorous night out. Checking in about 5 hours later. So I'm in the sun and you can see that it is a little bit glowy, borderline oily, but that's okay. Everything starts to look like this, but the blush actually did stay on, which is very impressive. This looks so fresh, and oh my god, my brows are so good. Good brow day. So that, guys, is the look. I hope you guys enjoy it, learned something, and keep enjoying skincare and makeup because it is there for us to explore and also learn more about ourselves, what we feel most confident in. And I honestly love this look. It's like what I personally do every day when I do wear makeup, when I feel like I need to get myself that mojo back. So yeah, have fun with it. Please subscribe for more content like this. And if there's products you want us to use or review, leave it in the comments. Love you guys, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.